This 14-year-old named Sofia Koval, originally from Ukraine, came here and really struggled without her mom. Her mom was unable to make it here to the United States, so she was here with her grandmother and her father. And she wound up beating her grandmother to death, essentially. Her grandma was bludgeoned to death. She was accused of the murder, and prosecutors have come to a resolution with her defense team on this one because of her age, because of her mental health struggles, because of her father's position on it all. They've come up with a way to put her in a maximum risk program in a juvenile facility. And so she's doing a no contest plea to manslaughter. And hearing her dad talk to the judge right now, she's really getting emotional. Let's go back in.
Take care of those who had it. I don't present myself as a moral or God. But if I will be on a boat in his shoes, I definitely will reach my hands to my son, to my daughter. Thank you, sir. Your Honor.
Well, you have nothing to thank me for. I didn't do anything. I'm sorry for your losses. You nailed it. There's two. But when you say you're trying to, or you hope to resolve that with your daughter, the negotiated plea is probably the best way for that to go about. This is negotiated between the two parties, and you've, I'm sure, talked to both of them. You understand, sir, you said something I want to make sure we're on the same page, that the outcome here is not really in question. The lawyers have negotiated as to what the sentence is. There's nothing really for me to disagree with or to reject or take. They've come to an agreement. Have you had enough time to talk to them both about that?
Yes.
And you understand what the agreement is?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any objection to it?
No objection.
Did you participate in those conversations with them?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I want to make sure, part of what I want to make sure is that you've been involved in this conversation and you're aware of what the sentence is going to be, because there's not really a question of what the sentence is here. This isn't a situation where we've gone to trial or someone has pled open to the court. This is negotiated between the parties, and I want to make sure you've been involved in that. And if you have any questions about it, then you have had a time to ask them, or you ask them now?
I don't have a question.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Okay. And again, I can say I'm sorry. I can sympathize with your losses, but there's nothing that's going to repair or take them back or make it better. So I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Is there anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor. I would like to also thank Mr. Koval for his patience and understanding during the pendency of this case. As you can tell, he's in the most difficult position, having lost his mother to his own daughter. He's been very patient with both the state and the defense, and just like he said, he's been cooperative with both parties. We've met numerous times and spoken about this case numerous times, and we do appreciate his trust in myself and the senior attorneys in my office in trying to come to a resolution that we hope will ultimately reintegrate Sofia Koval, because as you know, Your Honor, at such a young age as an offender, she will have to be reintegrated back into society, back into a community, even if it is back in the Ukraine. And Mr. Koval is fully aware of that, and we're hoping that this resolution will begin the healing process for him, because it has been a very difficult, challenging situation.
Thank you. Anything from the defense?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Koval, is there anything you would like to say? Think I need to know about? Just want to get off your chest before the court imposes sentence?
Lisa.
At this point in time, by agreement of the parties on case number 24-010822 CF10A to the charge of manslaughter, by agreement, I'm going to impose juvenile sanctions. I'm going to adjudicate Ms. Koval delinquent. I'm going to commit her to a maximum risk program for a period of time not to exceed 36 months. By agreement of the parties, she will follow that program upon Department of Juvenile Justice satisfaction that she's completed that program. They will release her to a conditional release program, and she may not remove or the termination of that conditional release will be terminated from that without a hearing in front of this court or upon her 21st birthday as required by statute. She has to follow all the terms and conditions of both the maximum risk program and the conditional release program as they set forth to her. If you disagree, Ms. Koval, with at any point in time what they tell you to do, then you contact your lawyers and you have a hearing in court about it. But in the meantime, you follow their instructions. Do you understand that?
That's Yes, sir.
Do you understand if you don't follow their instructions, then you will be in violation of this court's order and what could happen to you?
That's Yes, sir.
Any questions on your end?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
And in just a moment, they're going to take one set of your fingerprints. You are going to be transferred to a juvenile program. You will meet with a conditional release officer at that program. You will meet with the officials at that program. You will be given all your terms and conditions. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have 30 days to appeal the sentence and judgment of the court. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck, Mr. Koval.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So off she goes to the juvenile justice system's maximum risk program, where she'll be for 3 years, followed by conditional release until she reaches the age of 21. The judge warning her that violating any terms of her release could expose her to adult prison, and then she could be resentenced. She'd be looking at anywhere from 10 to 15 years. So this is all contingent on her compliance. If she complies with this court order at 14 years old, she can potentially have another chance at life, despite committing such a horrific crime. So they settled on the crime of manslaughter for her, and her plea is no contest, but it has the effect of a guilty plea in the criminal system. So if you're wondering, that is essentially the effect of a plea when somebody pleads no contest. And her father says that he can potentially forgive her here. He still loves her and wants her to know that. And you see, she got very emotional hearing those words from her dad. I have to say, I have to hand it to all the lawyers on both sides. What a great job resolving this. You know, I say it all the time, not every case needs to be tried. If we didn't have agreements, our criminal justice system would collapse. It really would. Most of the cases in and out of our court system every day are resolved in some type of fashion. And here when you have a juvenile, it's really tricky because of their age. I mean, this isn't like any typical adult defendant that we see. This is a girl who's 14, her brain isn't even fully formed, and clearly she is struggling with mental health difficulties. I hope that there's a big mental health component to this program that she's going to be in.